Sometimes, the reaction happens before the decision feels conscious. The words come out, the tone shifts, the message gets sent. And only afterward does your mind explain it. It feels like you chose deliberately. But often, the feeling of choice arrives a little late. What if many of your decisions are already moving before awareness steps in? And what does that mean for the idea of control? Imagine this. You're in a conversation. Someone makes a small remark. Not aggressive, just slightly critical. Before you think about it, your body tightens, your tone changes. You defend yourself. The response feels automatic. Later, when you're alone, you replay it. I didn't need to react like that. But the reaction didn't begin when you spoke. It began earlier. In a layer beneath words, your nervous system recognized something. A familiar pattern, an old memory, a past moment of embarrassment. The shift started there. Awareness arrived after. Or, consider something smaller. You open your phone to check one message. A notification pulls you in. Your thumb moves. You scroll. 20 minutes pass. You didn't consciously decide to lose time. The movement began before intention formed. The mind moved, awareness narrated. Research shows that activity begins in the brain before we become aware of choosing. Signals fire. Emotional associations activate. The body prepares. Then, awareness steps in and says, I chose this. The explanation feels solid, logical, complete. But sometimes it's constructed after the movement has already begun. Not to deceive you, but to keep your sense of self coherent. We prefer stories where we are clearly in control. So, the mind provides one. Awareness doesn't always lead. Sometimes it narrates. The choice wasn't random, it wasn't careless. It formed in quiet layers before language could catch it. By the time you notice the wave, it has already begun to move. You were present, just not at the first spark. And that first spark rarely speaks in words. This doesn't mean you are powerless. It means your mind is layered. Surface thought, and something deeper that moves faster than sentences. When you begin to see this, you don't rush to correct it. You simply recognize that the beginning of a choice is often quieter than its explanation. Maybe the question isn't, why did I do that? Maybe it's, when did it actually begin? Because the beginning of a decision rarely announces itself.